Okay, I have to get to work, but I thought I would throw in a bonus video for today to encourage you and to coach myself. Yeah, sometimes you have to talk to yourself, don't you? You don't? Okay, well, I do. I can look at this video and encourage myself. You have to hustle, baby, hustle. If you want, and I'm nobody's coach but mine, if you want to live like you've never lived before and live like no one else, you have to do some things you never done before, okay? So this is my first year of taking Dave Ramsey's advice to the fullest. Beans and rice, eat beans and rice. Live like no one else is what he says, so you can live like no one else. I want to show you that I am being disciplined. Now, you might feel like, oh, I can't do that. You start wherever you are. Don't try to be like me. You start wherever you are and you do what you can do, and you grow into your goal, okay? You don't do anything overnight, okay? I want to show you this little receipt right here. $10, Walmart, okay? That's what I spent. Now, my goal this week, water. I did not buy bottled water. I will be buying a filter for my sink. But I do need, I'm used to drinking bottled water. But listen, I want to remind you too, speaking of food, this is the time, and I have not done it, to grow your own, plant your vegetables. I went and I bought what I'm supposed to eat for this week. I was looking for a certain thing, and this is what I found for $2. This is what my salad's gonna be. This bag right here, if it's just me, it will last me. Okay, if I'm eating 2 salads a day, palm full, my hand's pretty big. Anyway. They hurt too. Anyway, okay, so in the morning, I said I was supposed to have some type of fruit during the day. Well, my onion tea, I thought I didn't have onions. The onions were looking me dead in my face. This reminds me that God says, I have everything I need. I have everything I need to succeed. Whatever it is that he wants me to do, I have it. It's within me. I have it physically. I have access to it. Just think of our ancestors who had so little and did so much with it. Stop feeling like you have to have what everybody else has and you have to have more, and use what you have. Work it. How many of us have things sitting in our house, in our houses, in our apartments, wherever we live, that we haven't used in months, that we just don't want to let go of? Me? Okay. I'm guilty. This bag of mangoes. If I'm doing Monday through Friday, I'll throw me some mangoes. Sometimes I like the pineapples into a smooth blender. Throw me some, I can use water or whatever type of other liquid I want, and some moringa powder, which gives me a lot of the nutrients, minerals, and vitamins that my body needs. And this is my fruit. I also bought bananas, okay? When the bananas are green like this, I know this is not vegan Sunday, vegan journey day, but this is still business. Every day we have to do the same things. Some of the same things. We have to use the bathroom. We have to eat. We have to not necessarily spend money, but we have to clean up after ourselves, make up our bed, clean up after ourselves, wash dishes, do certain things. And so even though this is not the day for my vegan journey, it's still business because it's managing money. It's spending money and staying focused, right? Staying consistent, disciplined. You want your you want your bananas to have not necessarily marks on them, but you want them to have yellow color all over. They're not ready to eat until they turn completely yellow at the top. And when they have a few specks, dark specks is good. You want them to be fresh, but this is not ready to eat. See that? I have to wait till it turns yellow. Okay, so listen, I bought out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bananas, a bag of lettuce, a bag of frozen mango, my grape tomatoes. And I felt like, man, I wish I had my tomatoes growing from a bucket, hanging from a tree, hanging in my backyard from a tree, from a bucket. And I could just go out there and pick these many tomatoes. These tomatoes, I don't know exactly how much they cost. Let me look on my receipt. They cost me $2.50. Now, honey, I need to be planting my seeds today. Putting them in this bucket. This man told me about this method where they can just hang. They grow from the bottom of the bucket and just hang down from the tree. You go out there and you just pick them and eat them. This right here is 2 handfuls of tomatoes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grow the grape tomatoes. And the last thing, a cucumber. Cucumber very high in water. So this is what my salad will have in it. If I don't just eat lettuce, I'll have lettuce, cucumber, and tomatoes, and maybe whatever seasoning. I want to throw some onions in there. I don't like raw onions, but I can do sauteed onions. But listen, my 5 cups of bottles of water, or 8-ounce glasses of water per day, 5 to 7. I'm gonna say 5 for sure. 2 salads a day, my fruit and my beans and rice every single day this week. That's my goal. But I took $10 just to, I already have a bag of beans. Matter of fact, my bag of beans is in a pot. I soaked them more than overnight. I soaked them for about a day and a half. And I cooked my rice too long. It's kind of mushy. Put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that because I don't think it's going to taste too good with beans, mushy rice. Anyway, I just want to encourage you to hustle, 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 hustle. Don't be like everybody else. Don't constantly charge stuff on credit cards. Feel like you have to, if someone's having an event, you have to be there, especially if it costs money. If you have to go out to celebrate somebody's birthday and you're going to have to pay. And if you don't have it, hey, send them a card, wish them happy birthday. You can't, I mean, you do want to, you don't want to miss out on once in a lifetime opportunities, but you want to budget. And if it's not in your budget, it's not in your control, your plans, sorry. So that way you need some, leeway. You need to have maybe so much money dedicated each month to miscellaneous. So when something pops up, because that's how life is, things pop up, you can go to that miscellaneous envelope and you can go to dinner and celebrate somebody's birthday. Or you can do some things, pay for an expense that you didn't know you were going to have, and you're not so stressed out because it causes you stress. So just be encouraged. Be encouraged. You can deny yourself. Don't feel bad when you have your end goal, your goal, what you want. If it's your vacation you want to take, if it's to be debt free, if it's to have $1,000 less debt at the end of the month, do you feel good about, oh, I'm doing this and I'm making this sacrifice? And don't feel bad when other people don't join you. They don't understand. It makes you feel like you're alone sometimes, and it makes you feel like you don't want to be around people, or sometimes even like maybe people are hating on you because they see your pictures and they see the good things you enjoying, but they're not seeing the sacrifices you're making. They're not trying to do all that type of stuff, but then they want to, they want to comment on certain things. All right, my battery's going low. Okay, so know that every day is not the same. Like I said earlier today, it wasn't the type of video I wanted to make. I was feeling a little down and discouraged, but that was in my mind. Nothing has changed since then but what's in my mind and some things that God has done for me. And with that said, I want to say, don't forget to ask. Not other people. People are going to let you down, okay? But not necessarily other people. But when it comes to, for instance, last week I had 2 transactions that were done on my card that were not supposed to have been done. So that's what I had to do. Take out my time of the day and go to the bank and dispute one of them. The other place I had to call these people, say, hey, y'all took this and y'all wasn't supposed to take it. They said, okay, we're going to reverse it. We see blah, 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 blah. But don't you know, they wouldn't pay if it overdrew my account. They weren't going to be ready to pay for that. So sometimes things like that happen, and it makes you upset. It messes up your plans. It messes up your money. It gets you down. And yeah, you have to deal with things and it causes you stress. And then, but don't ever forget that you have options to ask. Even if a person say no, at least you tried, okay? So I was able to work with a company and make sure they give me my money back. It's taking a little long time, but anyway. And then sometimes you find out things that you can do. Now, I'm telling all this information for free. I'm not really going into a lot of detail on certain things, but I'm not getting paid right now by YouTube, and I keep on saying I have more subscribers, but nobody's watching my videos, so I think